everybody, it's Kai. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to a brand new speed build video. And in today's video we are going to be building a modern lake house in the world of Windenburg, and it is the world that came with the get together pack. And I can say that this is by far the ugliest home that I've ever built, because I didn't refer to Pinterest for this, and I thought that I think I put my minimal effort in this house, so it turns out really ugly because it's very squarish. But I kind of like the view from the front part of the house and also the back part of the house. If you view it from the top, it is so ugly. Anyways, I really hope you guys will like this one. Even though it is my minimal effort, I really tried to do it independently without referring to Pinterest, but yeah, I guess I failed at it. But do let me know what you guys think in the video, of course, if you like it or not, in the comments. And this house is a modern concept, and I tried to utilize the platform tool which I learned from my friend Lazy Sims. She did that for my shell challenge for her submission, and she basically used the platform tool to build like roofs on the house. So I decided to try this and also added some skylight in there, and I really wanted to make it look like there is a lot of light coming in. And I initially wanted to build a lake house for this world, and it's because I thought that a lake house would be perfect since the placement of the lot is basically next to the ocean or where the water is. So I wanted to do a lake house, but I didn't end up doing so because I actually built a lake house prior to doing this build. I tried but unfortunately it turned out too big and I just couldn't finish it. I mean, I didn't mind the shape of the house, it's just that the time that I have to take just to like furnish it inside and out is just very tiring. So I think I will be completing that maybe in the future, but not so soon because I've been so busy with work, and I think I don't really have time to like focus on the Sims too much as I did before working. And yeah, I just tried. So I'm really sorry for that. If you expected more of me, I wish I can like do more about that in terms of like putting more effort in my videos, but I will try my best. And yeah, it's very tiring, but I don't know if you know what I mean. But anyways, the floor plan was quite a big deal for me because it was quite a squarish type of house from the inside, but when I tried to do the floor plan was very weird. So in the end I just like rearranged everything from the exterior part to make the interior more like makes more sense because I will be also changing the floor plan a bit so that I can fit in a proper dining room and also a kitchen. But generally, like in general, it's just a basic floor plan which I did, and I didn't really know what to do with the exterior as well because like I said, I didn't refer to Pinterest for this, and I wanted to try it on my own to make sure that I can up my skills a bit without referring to Pinterest. But I think it turned out okay from the front and back side when you view it, but when you view it from the top, like I said, it's really weird because it's very squarish, and also there's that huge chunk of roofing over there. But if you guys don't mind that, or if you guys think it is quite a nice house, please let me know in the comments, because I would definitely want to know your feedback about this house. But anyways, I tried to use a lot of debug items for the landscaping, but I ended up just using a few because I didn't think that putting a lot of landscaping items would make it look very nice. I wanted to make sure that the house looks very clean and also maybe a bit like more modern, and there's a lot more concrete than there is when it comes to like placing nature objects. Does that make sense? I'm not so sure, but yeah, as you can see, I just played around with a little bit of landscaping. I didn't put in too much for the landscaping because I wanted to make sure that the house looks very clean and also sleek and just with minimal decorations. But in the end, for the back part of the house, I will be putting some planter boxes from the outdoor adventure pack, which is the outdoor retreat pack. So I just did that because there is an activity for your sim to do in this house. But anyways, I pictured that this house belonged to maybe like a sim who is in the creative industry such as photography or an artist. So I just included both elements to it, like a painting easel. Is that easel? Painting easel? Yeah, I think so. And also some photography things that came with the Moschino stuff pack, because I wanted to make sure that the creative elements were there for your sims to use, and that you can just like imagine someone who is in that industry to be living here. But as you can see, I already decorated the exterior, and I really like how I used the eco lifestyle paneling. I'm not sure what it's called, but it is a decorative item at the front part of the house near the entrance. But we are moving on to the interior right now, and as you can see, I also played around with some platforms over there. And I basically just made kind of the split level for the living room. But I haven't play tested this build yet, but I will make sure that I upload the correct version, which is the functional version. But for the general color scheme of this build, I decided to go with something more towards the industrial side. So you will see that I will be adding a lot of like brown elements and also some black elements. And we're starting off with this living room over here, which you see I put these black couches from the Moschino stuff pack, and I kind of made it into an L shape because I really like the look of it, and I couldn't do that with any other modern looking sofa, so I decided to just use the Moschino stuff pack sofas instead, and I really like the look of it. For the decoration surrounding the living room, there were plenty of like wall decorations such as frames and pictures, and also that bookshelf from the eco lifestyle pack, and I basically just stuck to this modern theme in my mind. But also, as for the interior, I didn't refer to Pinterest, so it is basically 100% original for this one. And I'm quite happy for it because I managed to do that without referring to Pinterest. But at the same time, I feel kind of like icky maybe, because like I said, from the top part when you view it, it is quite rectangular or squarish, so it is quite like just linear and not much off dimension. I'm not so sure if the modern concept is supposed to be like that, but I just decided to do that. But over here I decided to squeeze in a little bookcase from the city living pack because I wanted to fill in that space which was awkward over there. It was just one tile space, so I decided to squeeze in a bookshelf, and so you can see that it is also like partly inside the fireplace, but if you view it from the front you cannot see the hidden part of the bookshelf, so I really like how I did that. But this house also has a dining room which I will be furnishing with a lot of wall decorations as well, with some debug pictures from the Dine Out pack. I believe it either Dine Out pack or base game, but yeah, a lot of it I tried to add in a lot of modern paintings from different packs, so I decided to just do that throughout the whole build to make sure that it stays within the concept that I was imagining. But we are working on the dining room over here, and the dining room is pretty much simple. I use a glass table from the base game because I don't know, I thought that it would be a perfect fit since I don't really use tables, especially dining tables from the base game, so I decided to use that and just like experiment with a lot of like different packs that and also furniture that I don't really use. And I really like the dining room, like how it turned out, because I didn't expect me to like use that glass table and make it look very nice. But the dining room is, I think, one of my favorite parts of this house. But I think for the interior, I'm proud of myself because I didn't refer to Pinterest and I did that independently. And I think I mentioned it last time that I am not a fan of modern interior design, but I decided to challenge myself through this one, and I think I like the look of it. But do let me know what you guys think in the comments if you like it or not. But this house also has a study room, I believe, and I wanted to make a laundry room, like a separate laundry room, but instead I changed that laundry room to a study room because I figured that it would make more sense. But as you can see, I also added that decorative wall decoration from the base game, I think, and it is a picture of like plant cells. But it kind of looks modern, so I decided to do that. But anyways, back to the laundry day situation or laundry room situation. I decided to place the washing machine and also the dryer in the kitchen instead of the laundry room, because I figured that a study room would make more sense, since the sim that lives here is a creative sim, so they work a lot with their art, and I decided to just change the study room to make it a study room, of course, instead of a laundry room, because I figured that your sim can do more tasks that way. But over here is going to be the kitchen, and the kitchen is pretty simple. I use the counters from the Cool Kitchen stuff pack because I really like the look of it, and I wanted to use the ones that came with the base game, which are the industrial counters, but I didn't end up doing so because I did that for I think a couple of my last builds, which are apartment furnishing. I use those counters, so I decided not to use them in this one, because if I used them, it would be like 3 consecutive videos of me using the counters, and I didn't really like that. So I decided to use the Cool Kitchen ones instead because they also look modern. But other than the Cool Kitchen and also the base game industrial counters, I don't think that there are a lot of modern type of counters except for the island living one. But I thought that the Cool Kitchen one suited it more better because it kind of looks industrial, but it is not. And the island living one is more towards very modern instead of industrial, so I decided to just use the Cool Kitchen ones. But as you can see, I also placed those tall shelves on the right side of the kitchen because I wanted to fill in the space. If I didn't do that, there would be a lot of empty counter spaces, but I made sure to leave some empty counters. I think there are a total of 3 empty counters for the kitchen, so your sim will be able to use the kitchen fully and use everything in there. But anyways, over here is going to be the bedroom, and the house only has 1 bedroom because I figured that this house should be for a single sim only. And so I decided to just use 1 bedroom, and I also added in this wardrobe space and also a toilet in there. At first, I didn't know what kind of door I wanted to use for the toilet door, but I resorted to using the ones that came with the Snowy Escape pack, which are the sliding doors. And I thought that it would, I thought they made much better sense when it comes to furnishing this apartment, because the other doors were mainly for the entrance of buildings, so I didn't do that. So I decided to use the sliding doors instead because it would make more sense. But anyways, I just decided to add in 1 side table for this bedroom because I don't know, if I did put side tables on both sides of the bed, it would be something that I always do. So I decided to change things up a bit and try some things that are new through this build. So yeah, that is just that. But I also ended up adding a painting easel from the base game, and also this sitting area, which is a love seat, I think, from the fitness stuff pack. I don't think it's Moschino, I think it's fitness. But I also ended up adding a bookshelf in here because why not, right? But for the bathroom, it is pretty simple with a bathtub and also a counter and a sink so that your sim can use the sinks. I wanted to initially include a pet bowl in here, but I guess I forgot about it when I was furnishing this part of the build. I put some treats in the dining room, I believe, but I didn't add in a pet bed. So I think if you want to use a pet for your household for this house, you would have to include a pet bed on your own manually, and I'm so sorry for that because I completely forgot when I finished the other parts of the build after I put in the treats in the dining room. But anyways, over here is going to be the study room, and the study room is pretty simple and modern. I decided to keep it very simple as well, and I didn't add in a lot of sitting areas for libraries and stuff like that because I figured that it should just fit only 1 sim for this house. So I just decided to keep it very simple, but at the same time very modern, and I also ended up adding this curated corkboard that came with the base game, I believe, and I added in that shelving unit from the Moschino stuff pack, which is a photographer's shelving unit under there because it kind of looks more sensible that way. But anyways, we are working on the outdoor part of the house right now, and I decided to include kind of this outdoor sitting area with a fireplace in here because I thought that adding the fireplace would make it look more luxurious. So I did that, and then next to it I just placed a bin over there so that your sim can get rid of some trash in the house. But the backyard also ends up being pretty simple because I just added in a pool with a couple of outdoor lounge chairs and also some planter boxes. But anyways, we are going to be reaching the end of the video soon, so I really hope you guys will like this one. Even if it's my minimal effort, I really hope you guys will like it. If you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and comment if you want to, or any suggestions, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!